Tucker Carlson makes shocking claims about intelligence agencies on the Joe Rogan Experience. Tucker Carlson's appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience drew immense attention, accumulating 5 million views in just 3 days. However, Carlson's statement about people's fear of intelligence agencies caused a stir online. In a startling revelation, Tucker Carlson shared a conversation he had with a high-ranking elected official who disclosed that members of Congress, including those on the Intel Committee, are being controlled and blackmailed by intelligence agencies. Carlson expressed his frustration about the situation, emphasizing that corruption is widespread and questioning why such practices are allowed to continue. The podcast clip has sparked controversy, prompting discussions about the prevalence of corruption and the need for transparency in government. Carlson's insight, based on his connections and discussions with influential figures, has ignited debate about the extent of government control and manipulation. Carlson reflected on his earlier days as a political journalist in Washington, D.C., reminiscing about a time before digital media transformed the landscape. He lamented the decline of corporate journalism, describing it as a dismal profession compared to its past glory. He recalled how he used to empathize with members of the White House press corps, whose lives appeared bleak. Carlson contrasted the vibrant social interactions he enjoyed with sources over lunch in the past with the current demands of corporations for constant work, leaving little time for leisure. Furthermore, he shared his recent conversation with a campaign reporter, realizing the stark reality of the job's grim nature. Carlson contrasted the excitement of covering political campaigns in the past, filled with travel and camaraderie, with the solitary and tedious nature of the job today. Overall, Carlson painted a picture of journalism as a profession in decline, attracting individuals who couldn't succeed elsewhere, and losing much of its allure and joy in the process. In a recent interview on Joe Rogan's podcast, Tucker Carlson from Fox News shared a fascinating theory about UFOs. He suggested that these unidentified flying objects might not be aliens from outer space, but rather spiritual entities that have been living underground and underwater alongside humanity for centuries. During the podcast, Carlson challenged traditional ideas about UFOs, pointing out that there is significant evidence suggesting they exist beneath the ocean and beneath the Earth's surface. According to him, these mysterious phenomena have been around for a long time. While acknowledging the presence of UFOs, Carlson highlighted the many unanswered questions surrounding them, now often referred to as unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP. He proposed that these entities are native to Earth and have coexisted with humans for thousands of years. Describing them as spiritual entities, Carlson emphasized that they cannot be explained using conventional scientific methods and operate outside of our understanding of nature. This perspective introduces a new and thought-provoking angle to the ongoing discourse about UFOs. Carlson's thoughts on UFOs add to a growing trend of speculation about their possible spiritual or supernatural origins. In January 2023, Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson referred to biblical stories, like the one in Ezekiel, when discussing UFOs. He aimed to compel UFO whistleblowers to speak before Congress, suggesting a connection between UFO sightings and religious accounts. Reflecting on classified briefings he received about UFOs, Burleson mentioned the term angels, implying they could be extra-dimensional beings. Carlson's recent discussion with Rogan happens at a time when interest in UFOs is rising. People are curious about Carlson's increasing interest in the subject, and Rogan questioned his motives. The idea of UFOs being linked to religious or interdimensional beings isn't new and has been discussed for years. Some believe ancient texts and historical events support this idea. Despite doubts, these theories keep sparking debate and interest. The recent amendment to investigate a 1945 UFO case in the U.S. shows how significant these discussions are. Brian Allen, editor of Phenomena magazine, mentioned that some in the Defense Intelligence Agency saw UFOs as non-human entities with a demonic element. They believed there was a biblical connection to UFOs, suggesting they weren't invaders, but rather something more spiritual. Tucker Carlson also expressed concern about the potential for people to worship artificial intelligence, AI, as a deity. Their conversation delved into the concept of evolution, with Rogan likening biological intelligent life to a caterpillar forming a cocoon, unaware that it is preparing to give rise to a more advanced digital life form. Rogan believes this transformation is imminent, closer than many realize. Rogan's perspective on evolution and the rise of digital life is shared by top AI developers around the world.